Yo. Where's the other part? Sup? Sup, fools? Yeah, that looks damn good for no reason. I got all my shit pulled up on the side right here. Look, dude. There's this code thing that I found yesterday. But I got this screenshot thing and I figured out how to open the doors because my homie showed me the screenshot and I've been figuring out how to open these doors and you get cool cosmetics. Cool cosmetics. But we're not going to focus that today. You know what we're going to focus? AVEEDA KADEEBIE. That's what we're focusing. We're going to get some fucking, some kill 'em spells. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get some kill 'em spells. Dry chop ramen. That's what we eat right here. You know what I mean? So, you know? Do I actually have to read that whole thing? Wow. The Pokemon game. That's the first one. First thing in chat. That's whack. Listen, guys. Significantly less faded than a hoe today. We will be talking. We will be conversating. We will not be too faded than a hoe. Nobody wants you, Pat Rat. Your ass. Get out of here. Oh my gosh. We got screechers out there. They're mad that their mom just left to Walmart. Fucking dogs. It's weird. It makes me wonder, like, if dogs even understand, like,
here
time.
I come.
Because I swear to God, they don't. They do not understand the concept of time. They just do not.
Glad you came.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Logdog?
Yeah.
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
If you just go out there and you give them a little bit of attention, they realize that they're not alone. And then they'll be a little quieter. You know what I mean? So I just went out there and gave them a little bit of attention.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Okay, so some cool shit happened last night. We got, okay, so some cool shit happened. We got,
Does it get any more
caught-
cozy than
we caught
Hogsmeade?
some cool shit. We caught a unicorn. And we caught some cool beasts. Yesterday we caught some cool beasts. But the thing is, regardless of how cool these beasts are, I Can't ride him yet. So that's like really upsetting. Oh, what am I doing, dude? Yo, why didn't somebody tell me? You're a loser.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Confringo! Accio!
What's that about? Okay.
Confringo!
Ah! Ah. Well, now what? Well, now what? What do I do? I don't get you.
Confringo!
These? No, no. Eggies. What the fuck? Am I fucking done?
Incendio!
Huh. Ah, hidden.
Confringo! That's that. Settled.
Hidden. It was hidden.
These rocks have seen better days. Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
I do appreciate what you went. Oh, my sincerest gratitude.
Hello, Hamora.
You brave soul.
So they're usually relatively in the same spot, I've noticed. So that'll make it easier. That'll make it easier to find the little spots.
Hello, Hamora.
So we find one right. Find one right here. And then it's gonna be around the same spot, watch. Right over here somewhere. Maybe not. I'm a liar. Come on, I don't... Suits of armor. What is this?
Revelio.
I got a talent point and I leveled up. Let's go. That's huge. That's actually super huge because now we can use some armor that we got last night that we couldn't use. Pretty sure.
Confringo. Revelio.
Unidentified hat. John, how do you get in there? John, how do you get in there? John, how do you get in there? Like this, silly.
Revelio.
John, how do you get in there? Like this, silly. Like this, silly. Ladder, you didn't see it? Are you fucking serious? You didn't see the ladder, bro?
Confringo.
There's silly goose for that. We can't carry any more Wiggenweld potions. Let's go.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Why, hello again! Come and listen. I've acquired what muggles call a loot. Marvelous, isn't it?
It is. I gave you 10. I gave you 10. Let's see what you get next. I noticed that every time you give him $10, he gets something new, so I gave him 10 more. Let's see what he gets next. That one looks aight, but it's not as cool as the other one. Kind of mid, honestly.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if
How
I'd
come
come
they're
and see
like
you.
manually raking
Dear Sirona,
and hoeing?
a gem, has been
just
for
weird
as
to
long
me.
as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld
Just
potion.
learn the
And
enchantment.
she's correct. My darling Aiden used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love, if you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to
Believe it or not,
Oh,
Sirona also...
indeed. He was hoping. Aiden took it. The cavern isn't.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from... I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much...
Thank...
Little bitch. What you got? What are you gonna say to me?
Where did you say...
Hold up, wait, there's some chunkums down here.
Protego! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus!
I love that it's green, bro. Curse him, 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 curse him. Interesting. Pointless chunkums, you say? Don't mind if
I'll
I
get
do.
that goblin helmet back. Hopefully by rummaging your corpse.
Accio! Infringo! Incendio!
Hear the sound
Expelliarmus!
of dark magic.
Protego! Confringo! Accio! Incendio!
Regret. Regret? Are you ready yet?
Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Accio!
Oh, what? She died? Fall damage or what? What was that? Okay, I'll drink one so I can carry that one. Shit, dude. What's all this about? A diamond weave robe. Let's go. That actually sounds like it's gonna be hella lit. Actually, I like fuck with diamonds heavy. You know what I mean?
Revelio!
Just in case you guys didn't know, if you run to those bushes, you can get lacewing flies. How do I?
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Pork lumps. What do you know, Joe? Look, there's some more lacewing. Let's go in. Pork lump hollow. Actually gonna just get some hork lumps. The lady's not here, so I gotta get up and get my own sody today. Damn shame, honestly. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Hold on, that's not good. Hold on. Chat, give me 1 second. Hold on, chat. Hold on, we're having some technical difficulties, chat. Hold on. The mic arm's broken, guys. It's toasted. The mic arm is toasted, boys! Damn. Time to retire the mic arm. That's upsetting. It's upsetting, boys. Breaks my heart. Alright. You know what we gotta do though is rest it up there for a second. Right? And let it rest for a second. Rest your neck, brother. Alright, you can rest right there. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. Alright. Let me see what I can contract up here. Let's do this for the meantime.
In light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure.
I recently got into a massive argument with my own chat about aliens visiting Earth, which is a crazy war to have fought. You know, it was a bloody battle. I'm sure most of you know, because I've talked about it before, my dad is super into aliens. He firmly believes they've helped us build the pyramids, given us fiber optic internet. You know, I'm surprised he hasn't started talking about aliens, how they farted 5G onto our planet or something. Like, he's big into the aliens thing and always has been since I was a kid, so I've been inundated with all kinds of alien stuff ever since I was young. So I have loved the field, but I have never been a believer that aliens have ever visited this planet, ever. I do think there is life outside of our planet, obviously, in the massive, unfathomably huge scope of the universe. I think it's unlikely there's no other life out there, but I don't think it's ever visited us. It would have to have somehow found faster than light travel, wormhole, something, which is so far above our comprehension that if they did actually do it, we wouldn't have even been able to process them visiting us, I imagine. Like, it is just so well beyond us that I just don't think it's happened. So I've been firmly against the idea that aliens have visited us, but I've always been open-minded in wanting it to be true. I would love to be able to fist bump my dad, be like, hey Pops, you were right. And here's proof of the aliens having visited us. I did a keg stand with one of them at my frat brother's last party. Like, that'd be great, you know? But I've just never seen any compelling evidence about it. And we got to talking about it on stream, and a couple of chatters were very adamant that I was out of, off my gourd for not believing every single abduction story ever told and every single sighting ever made, including the recent Las Vegas one, which was confirmed to just be casino lights reflected in the fucking sky, but they're writing that off as it was like a cover-up for aliens. Like, it's outrageous. In order to convert me to their side, to believe in them, to persuade me, they would tell like these anecdotes. Like, I read this story once on these forums where, this guy's friend Eric was playing basketball in his driveway one evening, and then all of a sudden everything went white and his memory was erased, but he had his butthole prolapse. Like, the anal prolapse is signs of the aliens having experimented on him, and he lost 6 hours of memories. How is that proof? Why am I supposed to take that at face value? But they would drop these things like the Eric butthole incident and have me look it up and be like, how can you not believe us? This is ridiculous. You're spitting in the face of real proof. So I was losing my goddamn mind having this argument with them, and eventually we ended up going to something called like the Ariel School incident, which is a school in Zimbabwe which claims to have been visited by aliens, where 62 school children drew in crayon their encounter with a UFO and aliens who warned them about the future. And I got called crazy for doubting the legitimacy of it, because you have 62 school students that drew very different crayon drawings that don't agree with one another. Some of the drawings have them coming down in a goddamn space potato, others have like this elaborate, huge UFO, very generic, and then the aliens, they can't even agree on what they look like. Some claim that they had long black hair, so literally fucking looking like me coming out of the spaceship. Some of them drew the aliens bald, like very generic alien baldness. Like, none of the kids' drawings even, like, agree with others. Like, it's such weak evidence, but they're using it as fact. Like, how could anyone doubt us when this exists? So, I'm just gonna show you some of the clips from the stream, because it got heated. And then we opened Pandora's box and started talking about warp drives for some reason. It got off the rails. It got a little crazy, so I just wanted to show some of that. But I want to make it clear, I would love if there was real compelling evidence of aliens having visited us. Like, actual encounters with aliens, that'd be great. And there have been government-released documents and footage from pilots and shit from unidentified flying aircrafts, this unidentified air phenomenon, but none of it's, like, aliens, per se. It's just, we don't fully understand exactly how it works, so it's unidentified as of the moment. It's never definitive proof of aliens being here, it's just, we don't have a full explanation on it yet. But it could be, yeah, it could be, and I find that stuff to be pretty interesting, but I don't view that as, hey, here's proof that extraterrestrials are here, for some reason. But anyway, let me just show you how the stream went. A leading UFO expert has investigated dozens of sightings over an impressive 45-year career, and says aliens don't come in peace and have an agenda. I wonder what the agenda is. They come down here just to read our dank memes, shitpost on Twitter. I wouldn't say they're peaceful due to the thousands of UFO abductions worldwide. I woke up and my ass is sore. Damn you, aliens! Not again! I've been a big fan of aliens shit, UFO investigative shit for a long time. I have never once read, watched, or listened to a compelling abduction story that made me be like, this man actually he got abducted. At no point did I ever once even remotely come close to believing any of the abduction stories. Have you seen that documentary about a guy with 9 alien kids? What is that? What are we talking? What? No, I can't say I've seen that. What the fuck does that? He has 9 kids with extraterrestrials? This man's spreading the humanity seed throughout the cosmos? There were 30+ kids who saw aliens at their school and drew them. If there is one group that I trust more than anyone, it's kids They're notorious for not having an imagination and not just going with what everyone else is doing. That's what I would hinge my alien evidence on, is children's drawings. Being in all black, possibly showing medium long black hair. Were the aliens just clones of me or something? What do you mean? The aliens have normal human hair? Well, there's no hair here. One of them was bald, I guess. Maybe he got made fun of on the ship. Not only would the beings have to have somehow discovered faster-than-light travel to make it here, it would have somehow had to elude everyone else's gaze and have only a couple people, in this case 62 school children, see them. Like, the amount of crazy coincidence that must all occur for only a small group to see that is very unlikely. I'm ready to... There is nobody on the planet that wants alien encounters to be real more than me. If this has compelling evidence, I would be elated. I would love that. I want to believe. But it is so unbelievably unlikely, and all of the evidence is so shit, that it's impossible, in good conscience, to believe that there are aliens that visit us periodically. The circumstances for such a thing to be true are very, 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 very low possibility. So for multiple days, there have been headlines of UFOs hovering over the skies of Zimbabwe. And the only evidence we have is some children's drawings. Surely that would be major fucking news. And also, why would the aliens just be hovering over Zimbabwe? What are they doing there? They're just hovering there, doing nothing. Standing there menacingly like the hash-slinging slasher. What would be the purpose? Why would they have come there? Let's go down this for a minute. So the aliens came here to warn us about the future. And the optimal way of warning us was to go to a small school in Zimbabwe and tell a group of children. That was the best way of delivering this warning of the future? They were talking about COVID. Imagine this is all very true. The aliens actually did just fucking boot, scoot, and boogie all the way down to Earth just to land here and be like, hey, there's this little thing called COVID. I'm letting you know it's right around the corner. No good. No good. Alright, good luck with that, we're out. We've done our job. Message delivered. I don't think they were visited by aliens warning us about the future. Let's play with that for just a moment. Going back to that. Not only were they intergalactic travelers, they're fucking time travelers, warning us about our future. That's another crazy technological leap. And if they're that smart, that advanced, why would they tell a group of children at a small school? And also, why would they ever even make direct contact with people? They could just transmit the message. There's millions of cases. So what you've just shown to me is you believe what everyone says. You don't believe anyone's making things up. You don't believe in people having, for example, a sleep terror. Which a lot of it boils down to sleep paralysis, where they have these very real feelings at night, where they're half asleep, half dreaming, and a lot of it gets chalked up to sleep paralysis. So you don't believe in any of that. You don't believe in mass hysteria, I would imagine then. You don't believe in manifested group thinking, where if someone believes they saw something, other people mysteriously start to have memories or visions of the same thing. You just take everything at face value, and no one's ever lying. Oh wow, Jesus, you're having a full meltdown. Anal probing isn't even a real thing, you moron. You get all your UFO info from fucking movies and TV. You get all of your UFO info from fucking TV too! What do you mean? All of your sightings are on TV! What are you fucking talking about? And then you said reptilians are part of the aliens. And faster than light is an outdated theory. Warp drives are proven. You're misinformed. What are you... What? Are you having an episode of psychosis? Jack Sarf... Jack Serfati talks about the technology behind warp drives. Who mentioned fucking warp drives? I don't know why you're harping on that subject. That word had not left my mouth until I read your comment history of your 86 message meltdown. I'm not talking about fucking warp drives! Why do I need to do research on warp drives? That goddamn name didn't leave my mouth. He brought it up. But warp drives are an important part of alien lore. Maybe, but I wasn't talking about fucking warp drives. Jesus Christ. You asked for answers. On what? Warp drive? When did I ask for answers on warp drive? I want alien evidence. What the fuck are you talking about? Who am I talking? That is evidence? So, let's assume every alien has their own warp drive motorcycle. Why are they visiting trailer parks and fucking small schools to warn us about the future, then only telling children? That isn't an answer. You weirdo. That chatter didn't read jack shit. It's theoretical physicist, meaning it hasn't been put into effect and there's no way to test any theories. I don't care about warp drives if they're real or not. God damn it. Jesus fucking Christ. I'll be honest, I don't usually cover topics like what I'm about to touch on today, because it's extremely serious. Usually the stuff I cover is things to point and laugh at, throw tomatoes at, say boo, stinky, yucky, boo. Not this. This is horrifying. It's a story I haven't seen a ton of people mention, and I myself didn't know about it until a few nights ago, where just some random chatter during stream mentioned it. And I looked it up, and the information was only a few minutes old. Like, I don't even know how that guy had access to it so quickly, unless he's like one of the chief investigators on the case that just typed it in the chat. But when I looked it up there wasn't a ton of specifics mentioned about the case, but I followed it over the last few days as more and more information has come to the public eye. It is truly evil. And to my knowledge, this is the first case where a live stream was used as an alibi in a murder case or anything of that magnitude. There of course has been cases like with Facebook live streams and even YouTube a couple times where horrible atrocities were committed live, but I think this is the only time that someone has tried to use a live stream to prove their innocence and act as a smokescreen to cover up their crimes. And the person I'm about to talk about hasn't been found guilty yet, but they have been charged with murder with overwhelming evidence. Extremely compelling and strong evidence. On December 18th in Ireland, a woman named Natalie McNally was stabbed to death in her own home. She was 15 weeks pregnant at the time of her death. And the person accused of the murder is a man named Stephen McCullough. He is a YouTuber as well as streamer. He mainly focused on toy reviews as far as I can tell, specifically seeming to be a big Doctor Who toy reviewer. So what happened is, on the night of Natalie McNally's murder, Stephen McCullough went live on his channel. And this live stream is still up right now. It's a 6-hour live stream. And this was crucial evidence to prove his innocence on this evening. Because how could McCullough have possibly killed someone when there's proof of him streaming from his home at the same time that the murder had taken place? So they eventually, after bringing him in initially on suspicion of being involved in this case, let him go, because this live stream did serve as a pretty good alibi for him. Plus, this wasn't just streamed to 0 viewers, there were real sentient human beings with a pulse there to watch this stream, so should any of this information ever come to light, there would be a lot of witnesses saying, no, I was watching him stream, he was 100% at home. So that was his whole plan. And while this worked for a brief period of time getting him out of suspicion, it was an ephemeral victory because after the investigators combed through about 4,000 hours worth of CCTV footage, they kind of pinned his whole location. They got his whole itinerary here. They were able to track him around and follow him around like it was a fucking Sims character. So not only did they see him through the CCTV evidence, but they also had the account of the taxi driver. They even took notice of things like a yellow glove underneath a black glove while giving change to a bus driver. And with all of this, they had a really strong case against him being the murderer. But they still had that live stream to explain. Because again, there is a live stream that did span the entire course where all of this took place. So how the fuck does this happen? You know, is he David Copperfield? Like, what, 2 places at once? Is this some kind of prestige situation where he had like a twin or a clone of himself? The actual answer is it's far simpler than you would possibly ever think. The live stream was fake. Yes, the stream went live on his channel during this whole period of time, but it wasn't actually a live stream. It was a pre-recorded video that Stephen McCullough had recorded days prior in order to look like a live stream, to mimic a live stream, so that way it could be used as an alibi for him. And when you watch the live stream, which again is still up on his channel, there are so many alarming red flag moments throughout it, even from the get-go. So he mentions at the very beginning of this live stream that he's not going to be able to read chat for a variety of technical reasons. One of them being it would crash his computer, it'd freeze the computer, it'd ruin the whole stream because of all of these deep tech problems that he couldn't solve. Everything's gone cattywampus, so he won't be able to read your chat. More like Doctor Who's talking because I can't see you, I'm not reading chat. He just keeps reiterating over and over and over again that there's going to be no chat interaction. Because obviously, since this is a pre-recorded thing, there is no chat for him to read or interact with.
Well, because this streaming software is kind of up the left, it means I can't check the live chat, which is a real shame. Can't look at the live chat for some bloody reason, because if I do, it makes the whole thing freeze and OBS just screws up.
And he just kept, like, explaining why he can't read chat, and then he started talking about, like, well, I guess I could read it on my phone, but, you know, I get addicted to